The battle to reduce addiction to tobacco is personal for two seniors at One Coastal Bend High School.
In this edition of Someone to Know, our John Thomas Kobos shows us why they are so fired up.
Stand up, speak up, be tobacco free, say what?
Alejandro de la Paz and Ruben Garza are Say What ambassadors.
Say What actually stands for Students, Adults, and Youth Working Hard Against Tobacco.
They were selected by the Texas School Safety Center, run by Texas State University, to be just 2 of 3 students representing South Texas. This is Garza's second year and De La Paz's first.
We travel across the state of Texas. We talk to youth, adults, sponsors, politicians, whoever it may be, about the harmful effects of tobacco.
They recently visited with Corpus Christi City Council members to ask for more tobacco prevention education in schools.
I didn't know that much information on what tobacco can do to you, your family, your pets, the environment, everything.
But De La Paz says he did. His mother is a smoker.
Telling her, you need to stop. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. And she did stop. She slowed down a little bit.
Both plan to spend the next year visiting classrooms across the Coastal Bend looking for change. De La Paz hopes his passion becomes an addiction for others.
I love talking to people. I love interacting, teaching people about the harmful effects of tobacco. And doing this is it's a blessing.
Reporting, John Thomas Kobos, 3 News.
One of the 50